Thank you. Everyone in this room uses performance-enhancing technology and drugs. We use cars and computers to make our work more efficient. We use caffeine, alcohol, and Viagra to improve our performance. We send our children to fancy schools and Suzuki lessons to improve their cognitive skills and enhance their musical ability. And every athlete in recorded history has used performance-enhancing drugs. Babylonians and Romans used herbs to improve their performance in battle. Naked Greeks put on shoes to run faster. Kenyan runners trained at altitude to improve their oxygen-carrying capacity. And runners everywhere carbo-loaded before races to enhance their performance. Why, then, do we have a replay of the Salem witch trials to discredit, humiliate, and incarcerate elite athletes for doing what has been a standard practice for millennia? And why, out of the 1,001 ways in which athletes enhance their performance, have steroids and growth hormone been selected for particular vilification? The short answer is that they're illegal and that these athletes are breaking the rules and perhaps the law, and therefore it's immoral. But this begs the question, as Mr. Rosencrantz said, why are they banned in the first place? We contend that the reasons given are morally incoherent, reek of hypocrisy, and are based on ice-cold wrong information. I will identify 6 reasons that are offered why we should ban these drugs. Number 1, critics say that they confer an unfair advantage, but advantages are only unfair if they're unequally distributed. The usual solution is to expand access. When Bob Seagren showed up at the '72 Olympics with a fiberglass pole, it was not banned, but there was a time to allow others to practice with it, and it was incorporated. When Kenyan runners were found to enhance their performance by raising their hemoglobin by training at altitude, the reaction was not to ban abnormally high hemoglobins or to prohibit others from training at altitude, but to encourage everyone to do it. The unfair advantage claim is further undermined by rampant hypocrisy. In the '88 Olympics, when Ben Johnson lost his gold medal because of steroid use, on the same day and the same press tent, Janet Evans, the American swimmer who had won the 5K swim, bragged about the greasy swimsuit that we had kept secret from the East Germans. Johnson used a drug that was available to everyone, although illegal virtually on the training room tables. Evans used a secret technology available to none of her competitors and bragged about it. The press cheered American ingenuity and made Johnson a pariah. Bud Selig, the baseball commissioner, preaches about a level playing field, but presides over a league where the Yankees' payroll is 3 to 4 times that of most competitors, including my beloved Brewers. And guess what? The Yankees always make the playoffs. 2, critics say these drugs are harmful, but they rely on information that's wildly exaggerated or just fabricated. We are told repeatedly that these drugs use heart disease, cancer, and stroke. Well, human growth hormone has been given to almost 1 million children for 50 years, and there's still no real serious side effects that have been discovered. Oral testosterone did cause liver cancer, but for 20 years, athletes have been using injectables which have never been associated with cancer. Lyle Alzado, the football player, was a poster child for the horrors of steroids. He died of a brain tumor, and the New York Times and Sports Illustrated told us on cover stories that this was due to steroids without a single quote from an informed physician or a single source showing any association with steroids, because there is none, but still Alzado...
Is deeply Freudian.
Alzado is constantly rolled out as a poster child for the horrors of steroids. I ask you in the audience to quickly name in your own minds a single elite athlete who's had a stroke or a heart attack while playing sports. It's hard to come up with one. Anabolic steroids do have undesirable side effects: acne, baldness, voice changes, and transient infertility. But sport itself is far more dangerous, and we don't prohibit it. The number of deaths from playing professional football and college football are 50 to 100 times higher than even the wild exaggerations about steroids. More people have died playing baseball than have died of steroid use. 3, critics say that allowing their use is coercive, that you're forced to use them. But the first year that baseball did universal testing, anonymous testing, only 6% of the players were positive. From those numbers, it seems that 94% were able to play at a very high level and didn't feel coerced at all. Coercion is the use or threat of force. That's never occurred in this country, to the best of my knowledge. There is no entitlement to play professional sports. It's a privilege requiring an enormous sacrifice and taking on enormous risks, with or without steroids. Many walk away from it and choose not to do it, and no one is forced to take it on. 4, critics claim that steroids undermine fan interest, and this is simply empirically false. Baseball attendance has risen steadily in the steroid era. Professional football is even more popular. And Barry Bonds, widely assumed to be a steroid user, is the biggest draw in sports, adding 10,000 fannies in the seats everywhere he goes. Chicks love the long ball. Guys love the long ball. They don't care what they're using. 5th, critics claim that steroids undermine the integrity of records. This is naive. The records are not comparable with or without steroids or growth hormone. Baseball fences are shorter, the mound is lower, the ball is livelier, and Coors Field is a mile above sea level. By one estimate, Babe Ruth playing in today's ballparks would hit 1,000 home runs, not the mere 750 that Hank Aaron and Bonds have hit. The only valid comparison is with peers playing in the same arenas with the same equipment against the same opponents, and Ruth hit more home runs in one season than any other team. He is in a league of his own, and no one has come close. Finally, critics claim that steroids present bad role modeling for children.
1 minute.
Everyone agrees these drugs should be banned for children. The adverse effects are different. They stunt growth. They are not competent to make informed choices. I support testing in schools, not to punish the kids, but to catch the peddlers. Anyone caught selling drugs to children should be hung, followed by a fair trial. In closing, when you go out to dinner tonight, enjoy the wine that relaxes you, or start your day tomorrow with a double mocha latte that gets you going. But please be less critical of others who, like you, try to enhance their performance in a variety of ways. Thank you.